Sam, thank you so much, and thank you all for being a part of this inspirational meeting today. It's a pleasure to be with you. For those who don't know Enactus on this call, simply put, we bring today's theme to life because we do indeed believe investing in students, like many of you on this call who take entrepreneurial action, as Mohammed Yunus so eloquently highlighted, can create a better world for all of us. And it's through that lens that I want to address the theme. I also want to address, though, the opportunities that have been revealed during this most difficult of years and share why we are hopeful at Enactus. As Professor Yunus said earlier, innovation has driven tremendous advances for humans from the invention of the wheel in 3500 BC to the launch of the first space flight to this year, the COVID vaccine developed in record time. But while the pandemic has threatened our advancements towards sustainable development, as highlighted by the report, Sam, that you highlighted earlier, we've also all experienced dramatic changes that, if we can retain them, will ultimately, I believe, and we believe, accelerate our path to a more sustainable world. The themes of those changes are clear, and we witnessed them firsthand at Enactus through the work of our students throughout 2020. And the first of those is interwoven thinking. We watched Enactus's entrepreneurial young leaders discovering firsthand the much needed links between the challenges we face, the connections between health, the environment, education, access, economic inequality, and more. And this realization and embrace, which is frankly driving against the oversimplification and the siloing that some of you mentioned, Molly, I think in your comments about information. This realization embrace of the interwoven nature of our issues has created meaningful results, big and small, in practical ways. And as one example, in Egypt, an Enactus team that began its work focused on addressing poverty found that their solutions could not only advance progress against poverty, but could and should also have a significant positive impact on the environment and on access to education. They were incredibly successful in their endeavor. The second, of course, is the use of technology, and we have all discovered this in the most simple or fundamental ways this year. This forum with attendees worldwide might have been smaller had it been held in person, but similarly, our organization, Enactus, sought to use basic technologies to democratize access to entrepreneurial leadership training, to engagement, to the formation of cohorts among our students, and as a result, we experienced a surge in participation this year with over 500,000 participants worldwide. That tells us something about the need and the drive, more importantly, for this next generation of leaders to make an impact. As we experience the power of that firsthand and are watching Enactus teams, we are seeing them deploy existing technologies and developing new ones every day, but we know we have more to do. And that is why we are focused on access in part. We are partnering with the private and public sector as an organization, and just as with the vaccine, if only a portion have access, our collective ability to revive and thrive as we emerge into whatever we emerge to will be limited. So underline both of these themes, perhaps most importantly, is the last one, and that is connection. Throughout this year, I found it incredibly ironic that as we were physically distanced and our socioeconomic divides became even more clear, we worked so hard to connect more than ever. At Enactus, we did that with our programming, welcoming, as I said, over 500,000 worldwide, and a testament to our mission. But all of this online connection, for so few of us in the world, has also highlighted how much we view and value human connection. With all that we faced as a global community, it seemed that this year we recognized our shared human frailties more freely and more authentically. These are the profound connections that will propel our work going forward, if only we can hold on to them. Professor Yunus spoke to the use of technology and its ability to create better outcomes than it has to date. While the scope and scale of the technology we bring to bear on our shared sustainability agenda will have a tremendous impact on our success, it is the human element of those themes that will most accelerate our advancement. And so whether and how we retain these new insights to, for example, direct AI and other advanced technologies, will be the most and perhaps most powerful impact on all of us. So that's why at Enactus we're hopeful. We are privileged to see these themes coming to life in practical solutions to sustainable development challenges in our next generation leaders, but we know there's more work to do. So congratulations to all of you here today and on this panel for thinking deeply about these issues and advancing our progress. We find hope and inspiration in our students and in you too. And if you would like to learn more, I will certainly make our contact information available in the chat. I'm very interested to hear in particular from many of you, because Lucy, I saw your comment in particular about accessibility and the expansion of accessibility through the technology tools available to us. I'm hopeful, given what our students have been doing to expand accessibility, but also focused on partnerships that can help drive it. Yeah. The other issue that I thought raised in the chat most critical.
Sorry, did you want us to discuss that just during the Q&A?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sam.
Sorry to interject. Yeah, thank you very much. And all the great work that you're doing with Enactus, really fostering the innovative mind of young students. And I had the pleasure of actually being at the Enactus World Cup. I mean, it was just as grand as a real World Cup. So thank you for the great work that you did there, despite the many limitations that the pandemic has created. So thank you for that. And we look forward to more during the discussion. So with